Welcome dear students, we are on the CEC Gurukul lecture and we are in the series of the electronic circuit, and up to now we have discussed the display devices, many display devices. Presently we are discussing the colored CRT device to get the output, and you all know that the color TV exists first in 1968 as it used the colored CRT. So, electron beam we are using red, green and blue, then it passed from the filter and then we get output on the screen. So, on the basis of that the two colored display devices we will use. First is the beam penetration and second is the shadow mask method. These are the basic methods which are used for producing the color displays. So, in the first beam penetration method, displaying color pictures has been used with random scan monitors, where the two layers of the phosphor, usually red and the green, are coated on the screen. So, phosphor we will use to get the color output. So, the two layers of the phosphor, first is red and second is green, are coated onto the screen, and the displayed color depends on how far the electron beam penetrates into the phosphor layers. And a beam of the slow electrons excites only the outer red layer. Fast electrons penetrates through the red layer and excites the inner green layer. A beam of the beam when is passed from the phosphor, then it excites only the outer red layer. So, fast electron penetrates through the red layer and excites the inner green layer. The electrons with immediate speed produce the combination of the red and green color are emitted to show two additional color, orange and yellow. Through this red and green we can get the two colors also, orange and yellow. So, the speed of electron is controlled by the beam acceleration voltage, but the quality of the picture is not good here. So, then we get the colored, so we adjust the voltage. So, next type of the display method is the shadow mask method, and it produces a much wider range of the color than the beam penetration method. A shadow mask CRT has the three phosphor color dots at each pixel position with the red, green and blue. So, in the shadow mask we use the three colors, first is green, red and blue, and this type of the CRT has 3 electron gun, one of each color. So, the 3 electron beam are deflected and focused as a group onto the shadow mask, which contains corresponding holes for each pixel position. So, the color variation is obtained by varying the intensity level of the 3 electron beams, means we can dark and bright the shades of the 3 beams. For example, turning off the green and red beam we get only the blue color. So, we can adjust the coloring scheme by adjusting the voltage by varying the intensity level. So, you see on the screen that there is a cathode ray tube that is used for the this is a cathode ray tube to just get the color display. So, you see on left hand side we are having electron gun, and here we are having a color signal electron beam, red, blue and green. This is a colored signal electron beam that passed from the electron gun, then electron beam just reach at the screen. You see on the screen there is a phosphorus dot, and on the basis of that we can get the output, colored output. What are the advantages of CRT? CRT display has several advantages over the other type of the display. As we get the color, colored images, that is one of the advantages. The colored CRT display can produce very good images. The images quality is good. Color CRT TV or computer monitor is still considered to be better than the quality provided by the any other display. And although the advantages in display technology are being to make this statement true, the CRT display are usually able to present the images at the high resolution and can produce the clear images with both the analog and the digital content, although they do not produce as a sharp as image as a computer monitor, but CRT tube produce the clear image of the analog as well as the digital content. And moreover, the CRT display can support several different image size like 4 cross 3, like 16 cross 9. So, in this manner the CRT can support the several different images sizes in the form of 4 cross 3 and 16 cross 9. So, while the overall images quality of the color CRT display is still considered to be better than that of the display, especially the computer monitors. Images colors in which the digital content tends to be sharpened or the clear. So, the recent introduction of the high definition television, you have listened that nowadays we are having a high definition television lead to sharper image but poor color saturation. So, the greater cost usually associated with the colored CRT or the computer monitor is usually justified by the higher quality images or the better resolution. Nowadays we are having that in the computer monitors. Next type of the display devices is the direct view storage tube. So, it is an alternative method of maintaining a screen image is to store the picture information inside the CRT instead of the refreshing the screen. So, a direct view storage device stores the picture information as a charge distribution, but behind the phosphor coated screen. So, the two electron gun are used. The primary gun is used to store the picture pattern and the second to maintain the picture display. So, in this direct view storage tube we are having a 2 electron gun, one for the primary gun that is used to store the picture pattern, and second is the flood gun that maintain the picture display. So, you see on the screen that we are having a 2 gun, one is the flood and second is the primary. You see, first is the primary and second is the flood gun, and both are in the CRT, and focusing and deflection of the system of these 2 guns, and then we are having the then we are having a flood electrons that move onto the screen, and you see this is writing beam, and then the storage grid we are having a collector, just collector is attached with the screen, and that is the form of the phosphor. Then here we can get the color output. So, what are the advantages of this type of technology? Because of no refreshing is needed, very complex pictures can be displayed at very high resolution without flicker. And what are the disadvantages? It cannot display the color, and the selected part of the picture cannot be erased, or moreover to eliminate the selected part of the picture, the entire screen must be erased and redraw. So, it is a time consuming process. Another display devices which is nowadays used, and this is very important, and this is very light, and how the technology we use to construct these type of display devices. So, nowadays we use the flat panel displays. So, this is one of the important topic and one of the important device that we will discuss, that flat panel display, how we just what is the function behind the flat panel display, how many types of flat panel display exist. So, it refers to the class or the video device that have reduced volume, that has reduced weight, and power requirement composed reduced power used by the flat panel display. So, we will discuss next display devices is the flat display, flat panel display. So, this flat panel displays refer to a class or a video devices that have reduced volume, reduced weight, reduced power requirement composed of CRT. A main advantage of flat panel display is that they are thinner than that of the cathode ray tube display devices and can be hang them, wall them, wear them. That's why we use in the wrist watches, we use in the mobile, use in the TV display. So, moreover other devices we also use that in the electronic gadgets or the nowadays in the many instrument use this type of the flat panel. So, the two category of flat panel display we will discuss. First is the emissive and second is the non-emissive display. So, there are two types of the display devices, flat panel display devices. First is the emissive display, the device which convert electrical energy into the light energy. So, electrical energy where we get the signal, then light energy where we will get the display or the output. So, what are these display devices in which generally the plasma panel we use in the emissive display. So, thin film electroluminescent display, moreover we are having a LED. That we discussed the electroluminescent display we already discussed, but it is the part of the flat panel display. So, in the flat panel, one is the emissive display where we convert the electrical energy into the light. Another is the non-emissive display which use the optical effect to convert the sunlight or the light from some other sources into the graphic pattern. So, it is one type of the LCD. So, emissive are the LED devices or non-emissive are the LCD devices. Emissive use the electrical energy while non-emissive use the optical effect or the light and to convert the some source into the graphic patterns. So, before discussing further its type, we will discuss what is the flat panel display. Flat panel display refers to a class of the video devices that have reduced the volume, weight and the power requirement compared to the CRT. For example, what are these flat panel devices? Small TV, monitor, calculators, pocket video games, laptop, computers and the advertisement board in the elevators. So, these are the flat panel display devices. Nowadays these are used commonly. So, flat panel display are of two types, emissive display or the non-emissive display. You are seeing that the emissive display are type of the plasma panel or LEDs, while the non-emissive are the LCD. LED means if we talk about the emissive display, they use the electrical signal, while the non-emissive they use the optical signal. So, flat panel displays can be divided into two display devices categories, volatile or the static. So, the former requires means the volatile requires that the pixels be periodically electronically refreshed to retain their state. So, liquid crystal display are that type of the volatile devices. So, and can only that can only show an image when it has a power. So, on the other hand, the static flat panel display rely on the materials whose colored states are bistable, such as display that make use of e-ink technology and as such retain content even when the power is removed. So, display devices divided into two categories, first is the volatile and second is the static. In the volatile, we use the LCD, liquid crystal display we use, that is periodically electronically refreshed to retain their state. But in this type of the static flat panel display, rely materials whose color states are bistable. So, here we use the e-ink technology to retain the content even when the power is removed. So, another type of flat panel display device is the plasma panel display. In the plasma panels, it is also called the gas discharge display also. It consists of an array of the small lights. So, lights are fluorescent in nature. So, the essential components of the plasma panel display are cathode, anode, fluorescent cell and the glass plate. What is this cathode? That cathode consists of the fine wire and it delivers the negative voltage to the gas cell, and then the voltage is released along with the negative axis. Moreover, another part is the anode and it consists of the line wires and it delivers the positive voltage. The voltage is supplied along positive axis. So, fluorescent cells, it consists of the small pockets of the gas liquids when the voltage is applied to this liquid. Fluorescent cell consists of the small pocket of gas liquid when the voltage is applied to this liquid, that is a neon gas, it emits light. So, next is the glass plate, and these plates act as a capacitor, and this voltage be applied, the cell will glow continuously. The gas will slow when there is a significant voltage difference between the horizontal and the vertical wire. The voltage level is capped between the 90 volts to the 120 volts. Plasma level does not require refreshing. So, there is no refreshing type of system there. Erasing is done by reducing the voltage than the 90 volts. So, each cell of the plasma has the two states. So, cell is said to be stable. So, the displayable point in the plasma panel is made by crossing of the horizontal and vertical grid. So, the resolution of the plasma panel can be up to the 512 into 512 pixels. You see on the screen, here is a different type of the plasma panel. So, it is having a electrofluorescent material, and here we are having a anode on the front side, and the that is a horizontal, and the vertically we are having a cathode, and this is on the glass plates and neon gas filled in it. And you see here on the left hand side, that is a lighter spectrum. Then we have the cell cut off on the both of side and cut on where we get the output or display. The next important device is the liquid display devices. That is the one type of the emissive devices. So, LCD, which is the full form, is the liquid crystal devices, or we can call it as a LCD, and it is a passive devices, which means that it does not deliver any light to display characters, animations, videos, etc. So, LCD uses the fluorescent tube to lighten the picture, but cannot provide a clearer picture as a LED devices. So, LCD standard or the liquid crystal display, it is a flat panel display technology, mainly used in the TV, computer monitor. Nowadays, it is used in the mobile phone also. These LCDs are completely different from the old CRT displays, and it uses the liquid crystal instead of the cathode ray in its primary form of the operation. Moreover, LCD display, it consists of the millions of the pixels made of the crystal and arranged in a rectangular grid, and LCD has backlights that provides lights to the each crystal, and moreover each pixel has a red, green and blue RGB such pixels that can be turn on and off. When all the subpixels are turned off, then it's black, and when all the subpixels are turned on 100%, then its color is white. So, we will discuss further in the next lecture regarding this liquid crystal display. Moreover, we will discuss the LEDs display devices and high definition LED we will discuss in the further lecture for the display devices. Thank you very much.